Evet, selamlar. Bugün gördüğünüz üzere Kazanın içindeki çekiçli adamı oynayacağız. Evet, hadi başlayalım bakalım. Çok kanserli zor bir oyun ve ben de bir 30 saniye falan dayanabildim. Videodan önce oynamaya çalıştığımda. Evet, buralar basit. Şimdi hop, tamam. Aslında çözdüm oyunu ama yine de zor. Arkada tabii kuşlarım da yine bana eşlik ediyor. Evet, hoş geldiniz kuşlarım.
Alright, thanks for coming with me on this trip. I'll understand if you have to
O
take a break.
anlatıyor, arkada bir şeyler anlatıyor.
Just
Boş
find a
boş
safe
merak
place to
etmeyin.
stop and quit the game. Don't worry, I'll save your progress always, even your mistakes.
Hop.
This game
Haydi.
is a homage
Hayır.
to a free game that came out in
Allah.
2002 titled Sexy Hiking. The author of that game was Jazuo,
Hop.
a mysterious Czech designer who was known at the time as the father of B games.
Çok iyi.
And B games are rough assemblages of found objects. Designers slap them together very quickly and freely, and they're often too rough and unfriendly to gamers who are following. They're built more for
O
the joy
bardak.
of building
Orada bardak vardı
than as
fark
polished
ettiyseniz.
products.
O artık yok.
In a certain way, Sexy Hiking is the perfect embodiment of a B
Hayır.
game. It's built
Ya
almost
ta nereye
entirely out
uçurdu
of
beni
found
ya.
and recycled parts.
Şaka mısın
And it's one of
sen?
the most unusual and unfriendly games of its time. In it, your task is simply to drag yourself up a mountain with a hammer. And that act of climbing, in the digital
Hayır.
world or in
Hadi.
real life, has certain essential properties that
Çok
give the game its
iyi.
flavor. No amount of forward
Hadi.
progress is guaranteed. Some cliffs are
Tamam.
too sheer or too slippery. And the player
Hayır.
is
Hayır.
constantly, unremittingly in danger of falling and losing
Hop,
everything.
tamam. Ha, gayet iyi.
Anyway, when you start Sexy Hiking, you're standing next to this dead
Ay,
tree
gayet
that
iyi,
blocks the way
gayet
to the
iyi.
entire
Tamam.
rest of the game. It might take you an hour to get over this tree,
Hayır.
and a lot of people
Fuck.
never got past it. You prod and you poke at it, exploring the limits of your reach and your strength, trying to find a way up and over. And there's a sense of truth in that lack of compromise. Most obstacles in video game worlds are fake. You can be completely confident in your ability
Ya,
to get
Allah.
through them once you have the correct method, or the correct equipment, or just by spending enough time.
Hayır, hayır.
In
Tamam.
that sense, every
Cool.
pixelated
Yeah.
obstacle in Sexy Hiking is real. The obstacles in Sexy Hiking are
Hop.
unyielding,
Hadi.
and that makes the game uniquely frustrating. But I'm not sure Jazuo intended to make a frustrating game. The frustration is just essential to the act of climbing, and it's authentic to the process of building a game about climbing. A funny thing happened to me as I was building this mountain. I'd have an idea for a new obstacle, and I'd build it, test it, and it would usually turn out to be unreasonably hard. But I couldn't bring myself to make it easier. It already felt like my inability to get past a new obstacle was my fault as a player rather than as a builder. Imaginary mountains build themselves from our efforts to climb them, and it's our repeated attempts to reach the summit that turns those mountains into something real. When you're building a video game world,
Abi,
you're building with ideas. And that can be like working with quickset cement.
sen ne anlatıyorsun
You
lan?
mold
Allah
your
Allah.
ideas into a certain shape
Hadi.
that can be played with. And in the process of playing with them, they begin to harden and set until they're immutable, like rock. And at that point, you can't change the world. Not without breaking it into pieces and starting fresh with new ideas.
Dur, hayır. Tamam. 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 Tamam, böyle yapacağız hadi. Hadi. Eğer lanet olsun. Neden çıkamıyorum yukarı? Tamam. Tamam. Evet, kuşlarım biraz susabilir misiniz lütfen? Teşekkür ederim. Hayır, hayır.
Oh, you just lost a lot of progress. That's how you lose the gut.